Hello everyone, and welcome to today's in-depth coin collector's guide. In this video, we'll be exploring the fascinating history, rarity, and current market value of the 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just beginning to explore the world of coin collecting, this coin is definitely one worth knowing about, especially if you've come across one in your collection or in your pocket change. The 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is one of the most sought-after pieces in modern Spanish numismatics, known for its intriguing rarity and value in the current market. But, before diving into its market worth, let's take a closer look at the history and significance of this coin, which will help us better understand why it's so special. The Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin was part of the currency issued during the reign of Francisco Franco, who was the dictator of Spain from 1939 to 1975. The 5 Sahrawi pesetas, short for 5 pesetas, was one of the common denominations used in Spain during this period. What makes the 1957 edition stand out is the absence of a mint mark, which is a rarity in itself. In most coins, the mint mark indicates the specific mint where the coin was produced. Spain, like many other countries, used mint marks on their coins to identify where they were struck. However, the 1957 Spanish 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin does not bear a mint mark, which makes it a rare and unusual example in Spanish coinage from this era. To understand this anomaly, we need to delve into the history of coin production in Spain during the late 1950s. The 1950s were a transitional period for Spain, as the country was recovering from the aftermath of the Spanish Civil War, and Franco's regime was solidifying its power. Spain had limited resources and coinage was often produced in different locations to meet the demands of the economy. In 1957, the Spanish government struck a series of 5 Sahrawi pesetas coins, but some of them were released without a mint mark, likely due to either production oversights or intentional changes in the minting process. This lack of a mint mark on the 1957 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin makes it an oddity, and that's exactly what has made it so desirable to collectors today. On the obverse side, the coin features a portrait of Francisco Franco, the Spanish dictator, facing left. The inscription, Francisco Franco, Caudillo de Espa por Lagdedio, is engraved around the portrait, translating to, Francisco Franco, leader of Spain by the grace of God. On the reverse side, we see the denomination, 5 PTAS, and the year, 1957. The 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin has a smooth, rounded edge and is made of cupronickel, a durable alloy made of copper and nickel. The design of the coin reflects the stark political climate of Spain during the Francoist era. As mentioned, the defining feature of this coin is the lack of a mint mark, which is typically located under the date or on the reverse side of the coin. In this case, the absence of the mint mark means that the coin was likely struck at the Madrid Mint, as this was the primary minting facility in Spain at the time. However, without the mint mark, we can't say this with certainty, which adds to the mystery and rarity of the coin. Now, let's talk about rarity. Coins that lack mint marks are often more valuable because they represent an error or an intentional deviation from the norm, making them more sought after by collectors. The 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is rare because, out of the entire mintage from that year, only a small percentage were released without the mint mark. In fact, it is believed that only a handful of these coins made it into circulation, which is why they are highly prized among coin collectors today. Rarity aside, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. Like any coin, a higher grade condition will significantly increase its value. The condition of the coin is usually rated using a scale that ranges from good to mint state or proof. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin can fetch a much higher price compared to one that shows significant wear and tear from years of circulation. The highest grade examples of this coin, which show minimal signs of wear and have retained their original luster, are extremely rare and can command impressive prices in the market. So, the question on everyone's mind: how much is the 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin worth today? As of 2025, the value of this coin can vary significantly depending on its condition, the demand from collectors, and the rarity of the coin in specific markets. On average, a 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin in good condition could be worth anywhere from $50 to $200. However, if the coin is in excellent or mint condition, it could fetch much higher prices, sometimes even up to $500 or more. In fact, the most well-preserved examples of this coin, especially those that have been graded by a reputable numismatic grading service, can occasionally sell for well over $1,000 at auctions or private sales. It's important to note that the market for rare coins like the 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin can fluctuate. Prices can be influenced by the overall interest in Spanish coins, the broader economy, and trends within the numismatic community. Additionally, online platforms like eBay and specialized coin auctions play a significant role in determining the market price, with some buyers willing to pay premium prices for rare and high-grade examples. Why the 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin continues to fascinate collectors. There are several reasons why the 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin remains a beloved piece in the numismatic world. First, its rarity. As discussed, the lack of a mint mark sets this coin apart from others of its time, making it an intriguing find for collectors. Second, the historical significance of the coin, minted during the Francoist regime, adds an extra layer of interest. Coins from this period represent a time of great political upheaval and change, and they are often viewed as more than just currency. They are symbols of Spain's turbulent history. Lastly, the aesthetic appeal of the coin is another reason collectors are drawn to it. The design is stark and evocative of the era, with the portrait of Franco and the clear, simple markings of the denomination and year. The 1957 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is an exceptional piece of numismatic history, beloved by collectors for its rarity, historical significance, and the mystery surrounding its minting. With an estimated value ranging from $50 to over $1,000 in 2025, this coin is a valuable addition to any collection, particularly if you're fortunate enough to own one in excellent condition. If you're lucky enough to come across this coin, whether it's in your own collection, a coin shop, or even in your pocket change, it's certainly worth taking a closer look at. Always make sure to verify the coin's authenticity, and if you believe you found one in top condition, it could be worth having it graded by a professional numismatic service to get an accurate assessment of its market value. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from Spain, the 1975 no-mint mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin. This coin, although seemingly simple at first glance, has a complex story, and its rarity and value have made it a point of interest for collectors worldwide. From its historical background to its current market value in 2025, we'll explore everything you need to know about this iconic Spanish coin. So, let's jump right in. To begin, let's look at the coin itself. The 1975 Spanish 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is a piece of Spanish currency that was minted in the mid-70s. As the name suggests, it is worth 5 Spanish pesetas, and it features a unique aspect that many collectors focus on. It was minted in the year 1975, but, critically, it has no mint mark. The mid-1970s was a turbulent time in Spain. The country had just witnessed the death of the dictator Francisco Franco in November 1975, leading to the eventual transition to democracy. Spain was emerging from a long period of isolation and political unrest, and the changes were reflected in various aspects of life, including the nation's currency. In 1975, Spain was in the process of updating and modernizing its currency system. The Royal Mint of Spain was working on producing a new series of coins, which featured a range of designs and mint marks. Most of the 5 Sahrawi pesetas coins minted that year carried the official mint mark from the Spanish Royal Mint, known as Casa de la Moneda. However, in some cases, a small number of these coins were struck without any mint mark at all. These coins without mint marks are now recognized as highly collectible and are the subject of much interest among numismatists. So, what makes the 1975 no-mint mark 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin so rare? The answer lies in its minting error. According to numismatic records, the absence of a mint mark on this coin was not intentional but rather a result of a particular issue during the production process at the Royal Mint. Coins that were supposed to have a mint mark did not receive it, which makes them significantly rarer than their marked counterparts. It's estimated that only a very limited number of these 1975 no-mint mark coins were ever struck, adding to their desirability among collectors. As a result, this particular variation of the 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin has become a sought-after item on the global numismatic market. Now, let's talk about the coin's design. The 1975 no-mint Mark 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin features a simple yet elegant design. On the obverse, it depicts the yoke and arrows symbol of the Spanish monarchy, which has historical significance going back to the reign of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. The reverse of the coin displays the denomination, 5 Sahrawi pesetas, along with the year of minting, 1975. It's a small, circular coin made of cupronickel, and its unassuming size and weight make it easy to overlook. However, it's precisely these elements that contribute to its high value for collectors who specialize in rare European coins from the 20th century. As of this year, the value of this rare coin has been steadily increasing, thanks to its rarity and the growing demand among collectors. On average, the value of a well-preserved example of this coin can range anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on its condition. Coins in mint or extremely fine condition can fetch prices at the higher end of this spectrum, while those in more worn conditions may be priced lower. If you're unfamiliar with coin grading, it's important to note that a coin's condition can greatly impact its value. The grading scale ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. A 1975 no-mint Mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin that is graded at uncirculated or mint state could be worth significantly more than one that has been circulated heavily or shows signs of wear. Coins with no visible wear and those that still have sharp details on the design elements are considered the most valuable. Additionally, coins that come with original packaging or certificates of authenticity can further increase their worth. If you happen to come across one of these 1975 no-mint mark coins, it's a good idea to have it professionally appraised. A qualified numismatist can provide you with an accurate estimate of its value based on its condition, rarity, and current market trends. Over the years, several of these coins have appeared at auctions and in private sales, with some selling for higher than expected prices. The appeal of this coin lies in its scarcity, historical context, and the fact that it represents a unique piece of Spain's transition into a new political era. Collectors love coins with a story, and the 1975 no-mint Mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin certainly delivers that. But where exactly can you find one of these elusive coins today? The 1975 no-mint Mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is primarily traded among collectors, numismatic dealers, and auction houses. If you're hoping to add one to your collection, you may want to start by browsing reputable online coin marketplaces like eBay, Numisbids, or other specialized numismatic websites. Make sure to verify the authenticity of the coin before making any purchases. There are many counterfeit coins on the market, especially for rare and valuable coins like this one. Always check the seller's ratings and reviews, and consider getting the coin certified by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or a newbie looking to add something rare and historically significant to your collection, the 1975 no-mint Mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin is certainly a valuable piece. Its rarity, historical context, and increasing market value make it a fantastic investment for numismatic enthusiasts. That wraps up today's deep dive into the 1975 no-mint Mark Spain 5 Sahrawi pesetas coin. If you found this video informative and interesting, be sure to hit that like button. The 1975 Belgium 5 franc coin. In this video, we'll explore the coin's history, its rarity, what makes it so valuable, and what its market value looks like today in 2025. Stick around, as this piece of numismatic history might just be worth more than you think. Before we talk about its value, let's understand the history behind the 1975 Belgium 5 franc coin. Belgium has a rich and diverse numismatic tradition, and like many countries in Europe, it issued a variety of coins throughout the years. The 5 franc coin, which was first introduced in 1832, was a prominent part of Belgium's currency system, circulating alongside other denominations as part of the Belgian franc, which lasted until the transition to the euro in 2002. The 1975 issue of the 5-franc coin, however, stands out in many ways. It is part of a series of coins minted in the 1970s, right before Belgium's transition towards the euro. Belgium was still using the Belgian franc, and the country had decided to modernize the design of its circulating coins. The 5-franc coin itself was typically made of cupronickel, featuring iconic symbols from Belgian heritage. This specific issue of 1975, however, didn't have a mint mark, which was highly unusual. Normally, coins from the Royal Belgian Mint would have a mint mark identifying where the coin was produced, but for the 1975 5-franc, there was no mint mark on the coin. This absence of a mint mark led to a lot of speculation and later became an important factor in the coin's rarity and value. So, why does the absence of a mint mark matter? To understand this, we need to first look at how mint marks generally work. Mint marks on coins are used to identify the location where the coin was struck. The Royal Belgian Mint traditionally used a B mint mark to signify coins produced in Brussels. However, in 1975, a batch of 5-franc coins was struck without this mark. This omission was not due to a manufacturing error but was, instead, the result of a unique and now famous production anomaly. The lack of a mint mark on the 1975 5-franc coin makes it a standout among other coins in the same series. Over the years, collectors have come to recognize this as a rare feature, with only a limited number of these mintless coins believed to have been produced. This makes the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin with no mint mark a piece of history, highly sought after by numismatists, and a rare collector's item. The 1975 5-franc coin is rare, not only because of its lack of a mint mark but also due to the limited mintage in general. The exact number of these unmarked coins in circulation is difficult to determine, as the Royal Belgian Mint has not disclosed full production numbers from that year. However, it's widely believed that far fewer of these coins were struck compared to other years in the series, which gives the 1975 coin its appeal among collectors. What further adds to the rarity of the coin is that it wasn't specifically marketed as a rare or special edition. There was no mass announcement from the Mint regarding this production anomaly. This means that many of the 1975 coins were spent as regular currency, and a significant number were likely melted down over the years. Those that survived, especially in good condition, are now highly coveted. The lack of a mint mark combined with the relatively low mintage of the coin contributes to its rarity and places it in a special category in the world of numismatics. The more you learn about the production history and scarcity of this coin, the more fascinating it becomes. Now, let's get to the juicy part. What is the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin worth? The value of this coin has fluctuated over the years, but one thing is clear: it is a valuable collector's item. As of 2025, the value of this coin has increased significantly, particularly in higher grades. The 1975 no mint mark 5-franc coin has been sold at auction for prices ranging from 25 to 75 euros in average condition, and even higher for specimens in excellent or uncirculated condition. Why the large variation? Well, like most coins, the value is heavily influenced by factors like its condition, rarity, and market demand. A coin that has been well preserved, with no visible signs of wear, and a sharp, clear design can fetch a much higher price than one that shows heavy signs of circulation. Coins that have been certified by reputable grading organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can command even higher prices. As of 2025, collectors are seeing more interest in the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin, particularly as it represents a significant part of Belgium's numismatic history. With its unique design, historical context, and rarity, the 1975 no mint mark 5-franc coin is expected to continue appreciating in value over the years. If you are a collector, this coin could be an excellent investment, not just for its historical value, but also for its potential to appreciate in the coming decades. The demand for rare and unique coins continues to grow, and this particular 5-franc coin is no exception. If you're interested in acquiring or selling the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin, there are several platforms where you can either add it to your collection or cash in on its value. Online auction sites like eBay are a popular place for buying and selling rare coins. It's essential, however, to verify the authenticity and condition of the coin before making any transactions. There are also specialized numismatic dealers and coin shops that cater to collectors of rare and valuable coins. These dealers can often provide insight into the coin's history, rarity, and even offer appraisals. If you are new to coin collecting or investing, working with a reputable dealer is a smart choice. To sum it up, the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. With its lack of a mint mark, unique production story, and the rarity that makes it highly coveted by collectors, it's clear that this coin holds great value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a novice, owning one of these coins is an exciting addition to any collection. In 2025, its value continues to climb, and the market demand for rare coins like this one shows no signs of slowing down. If you happen to find a 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 5-franc coin in your possession, you could be sitting on a significant piece of history, and a valuable asset. Keep an eye out, do your research, and happy collecting. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the 1975 Belgium 5-franc coin. The 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1-franc coin. We'll explore its value, history, rarity, and why it might be worth much more than you think in 2025. So, let's get started. The 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1-franc coin is one of those unique, special coins that collectors love to talk about. At first glance, it may look like a standard piece of currency, but when you dig deeper into its history, rarity, and value, it quickly becomes a true numismatic treasure. The 1-franc coin was a significant part of Belgium's monetary system, introduced as part of the country's franc currency. The coin was designed to be used in daily transactions and circulated in large numbers across the country. However, something interesting happened in 1975. The Belgian Mint produced a batch of 1-franc coins that did not bear the mint mark, a small letter that identifies the location where the coin was minted. Normally, Belgian coins from this era carried either a K for the Brussels Mint or an L for the Mint in Liège. But the 1975 1-franc coin, for reasons that still remain somewhat mysterious, was issued without this mark. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal about a missing mint mark? Well, this is where things get exciting for collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. The absence of the mint mark on the 1975 1-franc coin made it an anomaly, an error coin, which in the world of numismatics, immediately boosts its rarity and value. To truly understand the rarity of the 1975 no-mint mark 1-franc, it's essential to understand a few key terms in coin collecting. The term mintage refers to how many of a particular coin were produced. Coins with a lower mintage are generally rarer, which means they tend to be more valuable. For the 1975 no-mint mark 1-franc, estimates suggest that only a very small number of these coins were actually struck and circulated, making it exceptionally rare. There are several factors that contribute to the rarity of this coin. First, there's the absence of the mint mark, which makes it a mistake coin. Second, only a small number of these coins were released into circulation, so even fewer are still available today in good condition. In the past, the 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1-franc coin may have been worth only a few dollars or euros in circulation. But with time, it's gained significant attention from collectors and investors. As of 2025, this coin's market value can vary greatly depending on its condition, demand, and the buyer. So, how much is it worth now? In 2025, prices for this coin can range anywhere from $50 to $200 in average circulated condition. But for coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, the value can easily exceed $300 to $400, or even more, depending on the auction and the collector bidding for it. If the coin has been professionally graded by a respected certification service, the price can skyrocket, sometimes reaching figures as high as $500 or more. It's important to note that rarity plays a huge role here. The 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1-franc coin is a perfect example of a coin whose scarcity in the marketplace has greatly influenced its price over time. The higher the grade, the higher the value, and because so few of these coins exist in mint condition, collectors are often willing to pay premium prices to get their hands on one. Now, let's zoom out and look at the current state of the coin market in 2025. Coin values, especially those of rare or rarer coins, can be unpredictable. The numismatic market has seen some highs and lows in recent years, but certain coins, especially those with a rich history and a compelling story, have continued to appreciate in value. The 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc is one such coin that has only grown in popularity and value. Today, the market for this particular coin is strong. You can find it being sold through various online platforms, at auctions, and through specialist dealers who deal in rare coins. The demand is steady, and while it's not as high profile as some of the more famous rare coins like the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle or the 1804 silver dollar, it still attracts serious collectors and investors who are looking to expand their collections with unique, historically significant pieces. The value of this coin can vary widely depending on its condition. Coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and an intact design will fetch higher prices. A coin that has been professionally graded will always be worth more than one that hasn't been. If you think you found a 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc coin, it's worth having it authenticated by a professional numismatist. A certified coin will give buyers more confidence and might help you get a better price. Watch the market, keep an eye on auctions and online listings. The value of coins can fluctuate, but by staying informed about the current market trends, you can buy or sell your coin at the best possible price. So, to recap, the 1975 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc coin is a rare, historically interesting coin that has grown significantly in value in recent years. Its lack of a mint mark, combined with its low mintage and scarcity, makes it a prized possession for coin collectors. Whether you're looking to add it to your collection or sell it, the coin continues to have a strong presence in the numismatic market as of 2025. The 1991 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc coin. If you've stumbled across this coin in your collection or perhaps even in your pocket change, you're in for an interesting journey. We'll explore its value, history, rarity, and what it's currently worth in the year 2025. So, let's dive in. Before we talk about its value, it's important to understand what makes the 1991 Belgium 1 franc coin so special. For decades, Belgium's 1 franc coin was an essential part of the country's currency system. The coin itself, which has been produced in various designs throughout the years, carries the symbol of Belgium's economic history. The 1991 1 franc coin was part of the final series of 1 franc coins before the introduction of the euro in 2002. It was minted during a transitional period in Belgian currency, where the country was moving away from the old Belgian franc towards the new European currency. The coin has a diameter of 23 mm, a weight of 5.5 grams, and is made primarily of copper nickel. Its design features a portrait of King Baudouin I on the obverse, and a representation of a Belgian lion, symbolizing strength and unity, on the reverse. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1991 coin has two variations. One is the standard version with a mint mark, and the other is a rarer variation, the 1991 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc coin. The presence or absence of a mint mark can significantly influence the coin's value and rarity. Mint marks are tiny letters or symbols on a coin that indicate where the coin was struck. In the case of the Belgium 1 franc coin, the mint mark is typically found on the reverse of the coin, just to the right of the lion. However, in 1991, a portion of the mintage was released without a mint mark, making these coins exceptionally rare. But why is the absence of a mint mark such a big deal? To understand that, let's look at the general minting process in Belgium at the time. Belgium's Royal Mint in Brussels would usually mint the coins, and each coin struck would bear the mint mark as a sign of authenticity and origin. However, during 1991, it's believed that a small number of these coins were either struck without the mint mark or had minting errors, which, over time, made them more scarce. Collectors quickly took note of this anomaly, and that's when the 1991 no-mint mark Belgium 1 franc coin started to gain attention. As mentioned earlier, the transition from the Belgian franc to the euro started in the early 1990s. This coin was minted during the final years of the Belgian franc circulation. Coin collectors and numismatists are often drawn to transitional pieces, as they mark significant moments in a country's monetary history. The 1991 no-mint Mark I franc coin, in particular, is often seen as a symbol of the last few years of Belgium's historic franc currency before the introduction of the euro. The coin scarcity, combined with the fact that it represents the last years of the Belgian franc, gives it a unique place in European numismatics. Even though the Belgian franc itself had been in use for many decades, this particular coin, because of its minting anomaly, is considered a rare piece of Belgian currency history, because when it comes to coins, rarity directly impacts value. According to various reputable sources in the numismatic community, it's estimated that only a small number of 1991 Belgium 1 franc coins were released without a mint mark. This makes the no-mint mark version much rarer than its minted counterpart, and rarity is often the driving force behind high demand in the coin market. A lot of factors contribute to a coin's rarity, such as the total number of coins produced, the number of coins that still exist, and how many are in circulation. The 1991 no-mint Mark I franc is not only rare because of the missing mint mark, but also because it was produced just before Belgium moved toward the euro, which means that the country stopped minting its old franc coins altogether. As a result, many of these coins were eventually taken out of circulation or hoarded by collectors, further driving up their rarity. You won't find many of these coins in general circulation, and when you do, they're often in a much lower condition due to wear and tear over time. In 2025, the value of a 1991 no-mint Mark Belgium 1 franc coin can vary depending on its condition, rarity, and the current market demand. A typical uncirculated or mint condition coin can fetch anywhere from 25 to 50 euros on the market. However, if you find one that's in exceptionally good condition, it could be worth even more. On the other hand, a coin that is heavily worn or damaged might only fetch a few euros. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare pieces, especially those that have unique characteristics like the 1991 no-mint Mark coin. Prices for rare coins can fluctuate based on market trends, the economy, and how much interest there is in a particular type of coin at any given time. At the same time, because of the coin's scarcity and historical significance, many collectors consider it to be a solid investment. For those looking to buy or sell these coins, it's important to consult with a professional numismatist or use reputable online platforms and auction houses that specialize in rare coins. The 1991 no-mint Mark Belgium 1 franc has certainly carved out a niche for itself among serious collectors and investors alike. If you're wondering how you can tell if the 1991 1 franc coin you have is the no-mint Mark version, the process is fairly straightforward. Take a close look at the reverse side of the coin. The mint mark, if present, would be located near the bottom right of the lion. If there's no mint mark, then you're holding the rare version of the coin. It's also worth checking the condition of the coin. Uncirculated coins, or coins that show minimal signs of wear, will always be worth more than coins that have been used extensively. Coins that show little to no signs of aging are considered more desirable by collectors, as they retain more of their original detail and shine. The 1991 no-mint Mark Belgium 1 franc coin is a rare and highly valuable piece of currency that holds both historical and numismatic significance. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into coin collecting, finding this coin can be an exciting discovery. As we've seen, its rarity, combined with its connection to Belgium's transition from the franc to the euro, makes it a sought-after piece for any collection. The current value of the 1991 no-mint Mark Belgium 1 franc coin is expected to continue to hold or even increase in value, depending on the state of the coin market in the coming years. If you have one in your collection, be sure to take good care of it, as it could become even more valuable as time goes on. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful or interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content about coin collecting, numismatics, and the fascinating world of rare coins. And as always, feel free to leave any questions or comments down below. I'm happy to help out with any coin-related queries.